Aloha, beautiful high vibe tribe. It is Pink Bella from Pink Bella Aloha. I am live here on my YouTube channel. Please say aloha. Let me know where you are, how things are going, and if everyone can let me know if you can hear me and see me, that would be fantastic. We got lots to cover today, star season light workers, so many topics. And I haven't been live for a while because it's been very busy. Pink Bella has been busy. So yes, let me know who's in the comments. That would be great. So welcome back, all star season lightworkers. Welcome all new subscribers and my beautiful high vibe tribe. Pink Bella Aloha. I'm a galactic liaison and I read the Akashic records, and I'm going to bring in all sorts of information for us today. So yeah, let me know who's here. If you can hear me and see me, that would be great. Okay, so we are live. Today is the 16th of October. We got lots going on. I'm going to do a quantum Akashic reading for us for the super full moon in Aries. The full moon is officially on Thursday. Also, there are all the topics on the thumbnail. We're going through a full chakra upgrade right now, and specifically, I'm going to bring in information about the throat and the solar plexus chakras again. Want to talk a little bit about Harry Potter. We're in that magical October energy, and there's a trigger warning because I'm going to be talking about the belief systems around witchcraft and even those words, witches and warlocks, because that's what we've got an opportunity to clear out at this time. And also our superpowers coming online and our intuitive gifts, and talking about guardian dragons and bringing some messages in from the dragons. So how are you all doing? I see 6 of you on, but so far none of the comments are coming up. So let me there's Ruth. Hi, Ruth in Nova Scotia. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Today is Wednesday, right? So we are officially, hello, George, aloha. We're officially in fall here on the west coast of North America. Not too soon. Over the hot temperatures, all about the cozy chai and cozy movies and all of that. And my kitty is much happier too. So yay. So can you, Ruth and George, can you hear me okay? Hope so. That's good. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I haven't been able to do a live for a while, but I'm just going to call in like the best messages for us, and we might as well just dive right in. So we have a super full moon in Aries. Thank you. Good. Super full moon in Aries on Thursday. We're already in it. The gateway and the portal's already open. This is the 3rd super moon in consecutive 4. And Aries is about fire. So we do still have a lot of fire energy right now, which is bringing in actual physical fires in certain locations, and also fire is also about burning and releasing. What's interesting is it's actually connected to the craft. Okay, so what I'm going to work on today is us getting used to those terms again and understanding, just like with the dragons, the stories that we've been given about witches, especially because I watched a movie last night. I watched Hocus Pocus for the first time, and it's like the stories that they gave us about who witches were and what they did. Horrific. I was thinking I would never even have been able to watch that movie last night. So that was a term that was branded on both divine feminines and divine masculines who are intuitive and gifted. Okay, so we're going to work on that. But yes, there is a trigger warning. If that word bothers you, then there's some clearing for you to do there as well. Okay, so let's just ask for the best messages to come in right now. I'm going to do a quantum galactic reading for the Akashic records for all of us for the super full moon, and see what wants to come in, and just in general, any messages that want to come in today. Wow. So the first card that came up right away is Lemurian. So it's absolutely connected to the new Lemurian rising. This is going to be a time, actually, the full moon is a great time for releasing and clearing using fire. So with candles, with releasing anything you want to let go of it in physical fire, but you also can use like the violet flame as well. And this says Lemurian Seacoast. That's so interesting because that's the piece of grid work that I'm working on with some beautiful divine goddesses. We are helping the new Lemuria rise. And who was in the original Lemuria? High priestesses and high priests who practiced working with crystals, with herbs, energetic healing, sound healing, which is what we're all gravitating towards. So you see, I'm already diffusing basically everything they've given us, all the stories, everything have been false, and it's been to place us all in fear. Okay, so new Lemuria is rising, and this is a perfect opportunity with the super full moon to release and clear what no longer serves you. Okay, also received a soul star activation. So in the 12 chakra system, the soul star is the first one above the crown. It's connected to our Akashic records. It carries all the information. So basically, when our soul star comes online, we are ready to know more about our past lives, about our lifetime in Lemuria. Like, we're ready to receive that information. We're ready to receive galactic information. And this is interesting. So the card actually says fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. What a perfect thing to let go for. So full moons are not powerful like intention setters. They're great for clearing out the old. So it's great to manifest and set intentions like before the full moon and after, but the physically on the day of the full moon, it's a great time to release and let go. Okay. So what's a soul contract? A soul contract is with everything. I have a soul contract to be here with you all right now. I had to do this work as part of my mission to live in Canada. Like, I chose my Earth family. So those are all sort of examples of soul contracts. We also have soul contracts with the same experiences over and over again. So we think about, I'm just trying to see, we think about the Akashic records is the story of our many lives. Let me just see if I can so I'm just pulling out this crystal book. So this would be the story of many, many lives, many experiences. And that when I work with the Galactic Akashic records, I work with lifetimes on different planetary systems as well, like not on Earth as well, but all of that covers all of that. So perfect. What they're letting me know is perfect time to clear what no longer serves you. We're in October now. We all can see our patterns and what's been happening. And I even shared when I was live on Rob's channel, I talked about the ARCHONs. So if we're to forgive everyone, even these beings that created the matrix, because we agreed to come here on mission, and that's part of our remembering. So I too have forgiven and cleared out any contracts I have with the ARCHONs and all the dark ETs, and so it is done. Okay. Order of Melchizedek. But what's interesting about this, and I posted about this today, we are being embraced by the light. We're not to give up. Our missions are being uncovered. And that's actually something that I shared this morning in writing, is the soul mission codes and activations and rememberings are coming in. So, like I just said, the more we release and clear, the more you all have a mission. You all have something important that you came in to do and complete in this lifetime. And it could be many different pieces. I had a beautiful session with a client yesterday, and one of her parts of her mission is to be a great mom, a spiritually aware mom, and raise a spiritually aware kids, right? So there's all different types of missions, but we're not to give up. We're just now unifying as a team of light, okay? We are being embraced by the light. And part of what we agreed to was to come down here and not remember, have amnesia, and go through this awakening process, which I've been sharing over and over again is our golden ticket to go home for many starseeds. We are preparing to join our star families at some point in time. Some souls will want to stay here and help with New Earth. Others will want to be on light ships that are close here, and others will actually want to go back to their galactic origins. So yeah. So let's see what else wants to come in for the full moon. So what came in today was everyone's getting more information about their missions through this time frame, and you're going to be shown from now at least through the beginning of November after Halloween anything you need to clear, including any fears or stress as well. So yeah. All right, so this is interesting. So along with, I'm going to just pull dragon messages as a clarifier. So with Lemurian sea codes, we got the earth dragon. There's that beautiful dragon out in nature. So again, spending time in nature to be grounded, be with, and even, if you have a garden, or even if you don't have a garden, you can watch scenes or listen to scenes of birds and water and forest, okay? But the earth dragon, for those of us that do grid work, helps to clear the land around us. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. So, we were sharing on the recent podcast, so much is going on globally, and it really can weigh us all down. So that's something great to clear for this full moon as well, and just give everything back to Prime Source Creator. Give everything back to the universe, all your carries, all your worries, because that's one of the readings that came in was, there will be justice. Justice will be served. And for when we have a real big trigger about anything that's going on globally, we came in to be part of it somehow, to be part of the healing process and the solution. Okay. That's also what's being downloaded. What's being downloaded is schematics. All of us as starseeds have the future schematics for solutions for everything that's happening. Okay. So let's see what dragon wants to come in for the soul star activation. I love it. The gold and silver violet flame dragon. I just talked about that. So that this is a very powerful ray and frequency to help transmute, just like actual fire. And the dragon, there's a gold and silver violet flame dragon that can assist you as well. I love working with the dragons. They're like my BFFs now. Work with them when I go out on local grid work, and I'll be going into the city in Vancouver soon. So I'll have another grid work update. But anyway, the dragons love to assist us, and they're like another like an angel, but a boots on the ground assistant. So this dragon can help you to transmute the old around you with wisdom and grace. And again, it's time for transmutation, magic, and healing, and to offer service under grace. I love that word magic is coming forward today because it's also been misused. Okay, Order of Melchizedek's missions being uncovered. I love it. The rainbow dragon. So rainbow dragons very much like to open up portals of opportunities for us, whether it's abundance or literally the rainbow dragon brings leaps of joy that opens up new doors. So whatever brings you joy right now, do it, because I'm not a Christmas person. The original Christmas brings frequency and joy. I'm already watching Christmas movies with my starseed kitty Sapphire. He loves it. He loves those movies. Some of them are very, very high frequency. So yeah, find what brings you joy and start to do it with, certain music activities. Maybe some of you like to cook or bake or anything like that. So do something that brings you joy. Okay, let's see what else wants to come in for us. I'll pull okay, no unicorns today. I moved my deck, but I will pull a couple other cards and some crystals for us as well. Yes, and if any of you have, besides the topics today, if any of you have any other questions for the collective, I can do a little reading today as well about something that's going on for all of us. Like if you have a question about that. Okay. Again, there's the high vibration, dance with life. Music, dancing, anything that brings you joy, walking, running, going to the gym, whatever, spending time with family and friends, having a nice coffee and watching the world go by. Look at this, take a break. This is so fascinating because I just came off of a break, everyone. I know it never looks like I'm taking a break, but literally the universe rearranged my schedule last week. I had a pretty light schedule and I was able to rest. We had a long weekend here in Canada. Happy belated Thanksgiving to all Canadians. So I took that opportunity to have some downtime, and I feel 100% better. So again, if any of you are feeling overwhelmed, overworked, too many things on your to-do list, make sure that you take some type of break to get off the treadmill. Yeah, that's it. It's like it helps us to unplug from the matrix as well. Okay. And then the final message is the great gathering. There we all are. By the way, we're all in meetings, even when we're sleeping. We all go and have meetings with each other. Some of you are actually out in some of these locations we were talking about, helping with the cleanup, and others are working locally, and others are on light ships. I kind of set the intention to go and have meetings with on the light ships, probably because it just works better for me to leave here for a while. But I just find it's been more helpful for me to bring in information for you all as well. Okay, the great gathering, it's all coming together. I love it. Intuitive hits soul tribes. So that's the thing. That's another one of the topics is about our superpowers, our intuitive abilities getting stronger and stronger, especially as the veils are, when they say the veils are thin, basically the dimensions are the veils between the dimensions, where we'll be able to see and hear more, past loved ones. Some people will see ghosts. Some people will see people shape-shifting. Others will see the light ships. Yeah, it's a pretty exciting time. And then we get used to all of it, right? So there's no fear. Okay, let's pull some crystals and just see what else wants to come in. We have Larimar. I'll just fluorite, and I'll do 3. An amethyst. Oh, I love that. So I'm also feeling something in the heart chakra area for all of you, high heart. So and that didn't come in. So any sort of like any crystal that will help you keep your heart open would be perfect right now, whether it's rose quartz or a green stone like green aventurine or green calcite, something like that, jade. Yeah. So pick something that you can keep with you in a pocket or that you can wear over the next week or so, especially through the full moon. Okay, Larimar. So this is all about Lemuria and all about water and ocean, and it is for the throat chakra as well. So drink lots of water, hydrate, and a super powerful thing that I've been doing for a few years now, set intentions and affirmations in your water and your fluids before you drink them, as well as like I recently made a soup and I did the same thing. So that I kind of look at even cooking right now as it's very magical because we can actually set intentions and raise the vibration with everything that we make and consume as well. Okay, so there's that about water. Make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're drinking water, hydrating, being around water, listening to sounds of water. That'd be perfect. Fluorite. So fluorite is a fantastic stone for us being able to, so many of us, you know, we, like me, I have to work on the computer. I remember at one point during this awakening, I thought, how am I ever going to even be on the computer anymore? It's too much for my brain. Okay. Fluorite is fantastic for allowing us to multitask and allowing us to stay focused and in the now. It's a very powerful crystal and stone for that. And then amethyst, of course, is very spiritual. It's also a very highly protective stone and energy. It kind of goes along with the violet flame. It's about our intuition as well. So I have lots of amethyst. Over time, like I gravitated towards many crystals, but I remember after clear quartz, I gravitated right to amethyst. It's just a very beautiful energy. And it's really great for our third eye and our crown chakras and for meditation as well. Okay. And it is, guess what? Intuition, which is one of the key words that I put on the thumbnail. Yeah. So I think that's all about for the full moon. And let me just see if there's any, I'm going to say hi to everyone and see. I haven't been live for about a month. Yeah, it's crazy. So aloha, George. Welcome. George is over in Europe in the UK. Aloha, Ruth. She's manning the other side of Canada. She's on the East Coast. Welcome, Ruth. Aloha, Tiffany. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And my starseed soul sister, Arena. She is in Greece. So welcome. Good to see you. Oh, I love this. She's also very connected to dragons. I love that. When I first met Arena many years ago, we met in Greece and we were both really into the archangels. So that was super cool. The universe lined that all up for us. Oh, okay. That's actually a good question, Arena. I'll come back to your question after I get through the other information for sure. Yeah. Aloha, Christine. Welcome here. And Valerie, aloha. Good to see you all. Okay. So let me have a little sip. What are we moving into? Okay, I'll talk about the chakras. I had mentioned this before, but a lot has been going on with a lot of the star seeds out there since we had those massive solar flares. We did have another solar flare in the last few days, but it was an M class. So when I post, I usually post about the X classes. So we've had 1, 2, at least 4 that I know of X classes in the last week or so, which flattens us and brings us in a full system upgrade, a full chakra upgrade, and it starts to open up more of our intuitive abilities. However, it also brings fatigue, aches and pains. I was very achy. Some of the key areas that are being upgraded are the crown, the skull area. That includes like our throat, our eyes. Lots of headaches were being experienced, including myself. I had a big headache at the base of my head for about a week. And that also came on the tail end of the solar eclipse as well. So it was very, very intense. Then there was, what else has been going on? Ears ringing. So the crystal, our skulls, we're becoming crystalline. So our skulls really got targeted the last couple of solar flares, as well as our the lower chakras are getting cleared out. So key themes with the lower chakras, the solar plexus and the throat seem to have been highlighted the most. And I just lost a dragon. So this is a superpower that came on board for me since the Lionsgate this year. And so we're to pay attention to it and make note of it. if your stomach's upset, that's the solar plexus. If you're like feeling nauseous and it comes just over like super quickly, if your throat starts to close up, you're in and around dark energy. Okay, so that's some of our superpowers that are coming along are just really interesting, because many of us, our third eyes are not functioning 150% when we're out with people, because there's too much going on, and it could still be quite traumatic for a lot of star seeds and light workers. So pay attention to that. Like when it first hit me, the very first time it hit me was through all the client sessions I had in and around the Lionsgate. We seem to, as a collective, be clearing out a lot of old information from our solar plexus. Like I literally saw, you know how you plug a plug into an outlet? I just literally saw everybody removing these plugs. That opens up our throat chakra as well. Then I started to experience it when I went into stores. So I went into a big chain. It just came over me like that. And it came over so quickly that all I could do was like pick up what I needed really quickly, pay, and leave. But I felt super nauseous. It just, like, I walked down an aisle. I couldn't even remember which aisle it was. I had to go back later. So I'll share with you what I did. So I just was like, whoa, that was huge. Like, where did that come from? So I just, like, my throat, I felt like I was going to start coughing, and my stomach was really upset. So again, superpower. Like, I thought, wow. So when I came home, what I did, because I do grid work in a lot of the stores here locally, I sent the dragons and the violet flame to start transmuting whatever was there. And then I worked with them daily. I think I didn't go back for like maybe, I don't know, 5 days. I worked with them daily, and there were different pieces of it. So they said they had just recently updated the security system in the store. So there was energy coming from above, from the ceiling, and then there was the aisle that I went down. The food on one side was all cereals. I had to go back and look because I wasn't sure. On the other side, it was coffees and teas. So all the toxins have been ramped up in those products, and that's what I picked up on. That's how powerful we are. We will just feel instantly there's been a big shift. So then I also asked, I asked my higher self. I work with Prime Source Creator about what I can do to assist. So now what I do is I raise the vibration and clear the toxins out, not just for me, for everyone. And I've also recently started doing it for all the sodas and the chips and everything there in the stores, because we're all being impacted by that vibration. So I'm helping the collective in that way too. So I wanted to share with you, when I went back after doing that from home for about 5 days, it was a lot. It was fine. And that's when I was able to go down the aisle, and I didn't experience that anymore. That's when I could see that it was the cereals and the coffee and the tea. So it's going to be pretty, right now, there's so much coming at us in so many different ways: food, water, things going on in stores, AI technology. So that's when we have to really focus on, we've got the tools to, if you use the violet flame, use it, because it can be programmed to assist you and everyone else. And we're not just doing things for ourselves anymore. We can raise the vibration for everyone. So because if I think about it, so instead of me judging about the food that's been changed, what about if I just don't judge, just go and raise the vibration, and then the next time I go into the store, I'll know if it assisted, and it did. So I wanted to give that piece to all of you, so you can start doing that as well, because we all know that until we get to a certain point on the planet, and everybody knows what's going on, and people, humans as consumers, say, I'm not buying or eating that anymore, those products are still going to be pushed to the collective, and that's what's happening right now. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. So our solar plexus and our throat right now, that's one of the superpowers that we're picking up on. And let's say we end up in a different area with a lot of different people, and that sensation might come over us too. That means that there's dark energy in that area, but we're not to fear it. We're just to make note of it. And again, we can use something like the violet flame or work with the dragons to assist with clearing that energy for you. But you're being given a big piece of intel about where you are and what's going on. And it is one of our superpowers coming online. Okay. All right. Beautiful. And let's now talk about Harry Potter. Hi, Scott. Good to see you. Hi, Rainbow Fire. Good to see you. Hi, Scott. Welcome. Hope you're well. And hi, Nikki. Okay, so let's talk about Harry Potter. So this is like a really fabulous time of year to go and rewatch the Harry Potter series since we're heading towards Hallows Eve at the end of October. And when I started to really understand about the dark arts, my higher self and team actually said, you need to watch the Harry Potter series because it's a documentary. So I mean, I watch them all the time. I read the books. I went to see the series originally with my family, but when I rewatched them in 2018, they're literally giving us the manual for the dark arts. So what were they training all the wizards to be aware of? How to handle any situation, including a dark art situation. So we're on a planet where we've come into a matrix of amnesia. And that amnesia has basically been a spell, a black magic spell over all of humanity. So we've woken up from it. Thank goodness. Thank you for all being here and being awake. But it's still ongoing for a lot of the collective. However, if you want to really dive into it and really understand what we're dealing with, the Harry Potter series is fantastic. Let's say it scares you, well, then that's even a better reason to go watch it, because that means there's something there personally, ancestrally in your Akashic records that's still bringing up fear for you. Yeah. And so I learned so much about the dark arts. There's a lot in that series as well. So now this is the trigger warning. I want to talk a little bit about the words witch and warlock and witchcraft. So yeah, and I'm getting for any of you who are listening, I just want to share with you, and I talked about this with the dragons, a lot of the information that's been given to us in books and movies about witchcraft, it got flipped like everything else. It's like when they showed us the dragons, they wanted us to be afraid of dragons. So they want us to be in fear and triggered by the words witchcraft, witch, and warlock, because those terms were given to certain individuals. And you can go back. This was a piece that recently just came up for me. I went back and I did research about Salem. I did research about what happened there. Actually, a lot of the horrific taking out of individuals who were innocent was in Europe. That's where a lot of the fires were. So we're still carrying that as a collective in our Akashic records. So I did some clearing around that for myself, my ancestors, and my journey, because that word used to trigger me. And of course, if you go back and even look at the cartoons that we grew up with, they showed witches in a horrific way. And this movie I watched last night, they showed that all the witches wanted to do was lure children. Doesn't that sound familiar? Can we see the theme now? So let's talk about what we want to do is heal and clear those terms, and then look at the craft as moving everyone into super intuitive wizards, because we can create wonderful things for ourselves and others. And what is the craft? It's herbalism, it's crystals, it's tarot, it's lighting things with candles, using, I just said I create these amazing soups now, and I set intentions. So you and I, all of us, if we use our gifts without integrity for the wrong side of the team, we will have instant karma. That's how it's going to be handled now. Are there still people out there who are using those gifts instead for dark magic or black magic? Yes, but they will be taken care of. And I want to share with you that our very powerful intuitive gifts and intuitive intentions, much more powerful than that now. So that's been the shift as well. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you all, if you choose. And I'm going to be bringing in more messages from Merlin for the rest of the month as well. But just if you choose, just understand that we are all becoming powerful intuitive wizards, that we're being allowed to have our gifts back again. But we will be tested. There will be initiations as well. Okay. All right. So I think that's all I wanted to share about that, and make sure that, as we're heading towards Halloween, you might hear or see movies that upset you, or if you see the word, it might trigger you. And that means that there's a healing there for you, that there's either something connected to your past life, other lifetimes ancestral, of innocent beings that were labeled that. And they were labeled that by the churches as well. And then what they did was they distorted the story that that's what this group of people did. So So interesting, honestly. But anyway, it just took me until recently, the last couple of weeks, to look at that for me. Okay. I'm going to talk about guardian dragons, and then I'll come back to any questions that you all have. And if you have any questions that you want me to do like a group reading today, then put that in the chat and we can look at something that's happening globally. All right. Let me just, where are my dragon cards? Oh, here they are. Hope everybody's doing well. I love Merlin too. Yeah. And I'm all about the magic. And it's taken me this long, everyone. Like that review I just told you about with Harry Potter, that was 2018. So it's taken me till now to finally be able to look at that piece that, again, once again, the story was distorted for all of us. Yeah. So, you know, if you like to light a candle and say a prayer and intentions, that is what they would have labeled witchcraft. If you like to use herbs like rosemary or essential oils, that was labeled witchcraft. So you can see that now, right? You can see what the deal is. Okay, let's talk about guardian dragons. Let me have a sip. See, my throat chakra. Okay, let me see. I would say if you don't like the word witch, then you use wizard or use energy healer or high priestess, intuitive. But basically the word witch was a word that they created, the other team created, so that we would shun all those people. So I went through I have a large lineage in Europe. So I went through a forgiveness for myself and anyone else in the family that might have been labeled that. Okay. So that word witch came from the religious groups that wanted to stop natural healing, that wanted to stop high priestesses and intuitive gifts. Okay. I believe really, if we went back to it, it probably started during the fall of Atlantis. Okay. The dark ones are there's so many levels to it. There's the dark forces here on the earth. There's dark ETs. There's the archons. I could go on and on and on about it. But anyway, it's just another false programming in the matrix. So figure it, if you do any of what I share, I don't consider myself, I don't like that word either. I like thinking that I'm a galactic goddess wizard. I think that that's quite cool. So I'm still working with my own term, but just, are you an intuitive? Are you a high priestess? Are you a goddess? That's basically it. And that goes for the masculines as well. We all have those gifts. There were masculines that were also taken out and labeled the same. They were labeled a warlock or a wizard, white wizard or white witch. Yeah. And I'm not really still keen on the word witch. I feel like it's a low vibration. So I'm thinking I like the galactic goddess wizard. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. I love that. So hopefully that makes sense. So like anything, we don't judge what other people are doing, but the chances are, if we're in a high vibration, we're not going to come across anyone that's doing their black magic. I have come across that. I've had clients where I've had to clear curses, and I cleared that for my family as well, and things that have happened along the way out of jealousy and envy and fear, right? It's always fear-based. Okay. Yes, Merlin has very much magical knowledge. Absolutely. And I think I asked Merlin, I'm going to ask again, who I'm going to bring in on behalf of the goddesses. I believe it's going to be Sophia. So we'll see. Yay. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so let's talk about guardian dragons. I think I've talked about them before. We all have a guardian dragon. Just like we have a guardian angel. And I've been very grateful to assist some of you this past year to meet your guardian dragon. And that dragon is waiting to work with you if you're not working with that dragon yet. Okay, so that's just one little piece I want to bring in for you, is that we do have a guardian dragon. The guardian angels are here, but they're more energetic, and the dragons are as well, but the dragons are able to help us here in this reality because they work with the ley lines and the vortexes and the grids. Okay. So just know that you have a guardian dragon that would like to assist you in your home and with your life. And I think that's pretty positive. So I'm going to just pull some dragon messages to see what our guardian dragons want to share with us today. And then I'll go back to the chat. Okay. Oh, there you go. So golden, silver, violet flame dragon again. So this, if you don't use the violet flame, if you don't know about that energy, this dragon would like to assist and work with you all. So you want to check that out. that transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. Oh, I love this. The old orange gold dragon from Arcturus. So just a reminder that our guardian dragons are also galactic, that they, we are multidimensional beings. So are they. And that's where they're coming from. Actually, they are coming from through the dimensions. They're very high frequency dimensional energy beings, and they're here to assist us. And for some of us, yeah, the Arcturians. Is there an Arcturian portal this month? I think there is. I think it's around the full moon. I apologize. I think there's been so much going on, but I do feel like we're lined up with the Arcturian star system right now. So Arcturus is about basically a future timeline, a future version, like we could say the new earth, fifth dimension. So this dragon is letting us know that we are future beings, that our higher self is letting us know and bringing us knowledge for the new golden age. We all carry the energy of the future, and we're to be a guiding light, which is not easy, is it? It's not always easy to get up and know that there's things going on in the media that upsets us, but we are to stay focused, stay in our lane, and be a guiding light. Okay. I love it. Final message is the air and the water dragon. So the air and the water dragon brings the message of it helps us to connect to the higher frequencies while all the craziness is going on. Trust your intuition. Your superpowers and your intuitive abilities are developing right now. So the distractions are trying to take you away from that. Be open to enlightenment, and you came in to express your inner song. Okay, I love that. And then once again, spend time. Make sure you're hydrated and being near water. All right. On that note, let me just have a little sip. And I would say my skull has passed all the initiations, and I'm through all the upgrades. But right now, just as of last night, my throat and my sinuses are starting to clear out. So there you go. Okay, let me just see. So I think there was one more question, but if there's anything else that you all wanted to ask or think about, you can put that question in the chat. I have time I'll do this question. Thank you, Arena. And then I'll look at something else as well. Okay. Okay. Let me just see. All right. So Ukraine and Israel, and I'll have to share with you, I am not paying attention too much right now to what is going on over there, but we'll see. Let's just ask the question if that situation will diffuse soon, or if what other information we need to know about it. I don't feel that there's going to be WW3, but let's see. Firm foundation, that's the root chakra. Throat chakra. Harmony, Lover's card, which is about balance. And then third eye. Okay. Yeah. It's a great question because there's a really powerful message coming in. All right. I'll just pull all the cards and then I'll translate what's going on. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So right off the bat, we got the 10 of Cups at the bottom, which is keep your vibe high, celebrate, and focus what's important in your own reality, which is family and friends. And they're letting me know, this came forward for me yesterday, to clear survivor's guilt, that there's so much going on in the planet that we're individually, we're not to go, oh my gosh, I can't enjoy my life because of that happening over there. It's like every different area, every different country is a different timeline and reality right now, and things are unfolding for various reasons. So if it's not happening on your front doorstep, you're to keep your vibration high, and then the rest of the reading will come in. Okay. It doesn't mean that you can't say prayers or assist in your own way, but not to focus on the darkest outcome, because that's a different timeline. All right. Okay. So first off, any root chakra fears or stress around that word, those events, you're to clear. And it also could be connected to ancestral lineages around WW1 and 2 as well, which I've done that multiple times. I've cleared that out for my ancestral lineage as well, because don't forget, everything that's happened on the planet is in our Akashic records, and it's also in our chakras and our quantum field, because we came in with those imprints. Okay, so anytime anything gets triggered around that, to clear it and come back to center. Then the throat chakra and the Ace of Cups came in. So only to think and speak in positive ways. In other words, set prayers, set intentions for those areas if they light up for you, because you're assisting the higher timeline. Also, yeah, so what they want to let me know is the overall message is the third eye and the High Priestess card, which we just talked about, which is hidden. Okay, so you don't have to share what you're doing with people that are around you, but you can make it a daily practice to say prayers and set intentions. We just talked about this with Florida. On a global level, we all diverted a much larger disaster. So the media wants us to, we're such powerful manifestors. They want to create this scenario so that we create it with them. So we don't say that, we don't talk about it. We use our own power to set intentions and prayers for those regions. Okay, so that will start to diffuse the situation. And if it's something super important for you or for a group of you, then get a group of do like a meditation once a week or a prayer group once a week, and help to focus and assist those areas as well. Okay, all right. Now that's interesting. The Lovers card came in about balance, and Knight of Wands, which is manifesting. So yeah, we're to balance out that story. It's not about, this isn't a romantic message. It's about they're balancing out not only the story, but also clearing the energy. And the other message they want me to share is it's not quite accurate what's going on in some of those areas. So there's other stories that are going on. There's good things that are going on behind the scenes that the mainstream's not sharing with us as well. Okay. All right. So I love that. That's very powerful. Okay. Let's go back. Thanks. Great message. Great question. Just want to go to Ruth. Oh, I will come back. Oh, that's good. Rainbow fire. Okay, let me see. Ruth, my guardian dragon is the colors of peacock ore, so I carry that stone. I'm so blessed to have this dragon. Oh, I love that. And I have peacock ore as well. I'm going to get mine out. And I love that as well, because that, as soon as you said that, I thought, that goes with the rainbow dragon. That's amazing. Thank you. Okay, I'll come back to rainbow fire. Love Harry Potter, read all the books the minute they were out. I prefer the word magician. Yeah. Magician, wizard, wizardess. I was thinking wizardess, but I thought, I think everyone can just even choose the word wizard as well, because I think that they didn't really call Hermione a wizardess, but yeah, whatever you resonate with the most, for sure. Yeah. Okay. So Arena, this is really important. So even if that's the talk, you can recode that with powerful intentions for those areas as well. Yeah. And just don't pay attention to the talk. Ignore the talk for sure. Okay. This is actually important, because we're going to be doing a group grid work piece for Mount Shasta tomorrow. They've been having spraying over my Mount Shasta. Thanks for Rainbow Fire. So part of our grid work assignment that we'll be doing tomorrow, we will be bringing in energies to, a big piece of it will be to clear one message they brought for us tomorrow is that we're going to clear up all the tourist energy, as well as we'll look at the spraying for sure. And that's been happening in my area as well. So thanks for bringing that up. So yeah, we are on it, and it will lighten the load for you as well, for sure. But yeah, it's been happening everywhere. They've been coming at all of us. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. I know it's hard to believe, right? We think about all these natural places that everything's protected, but they're working overtime. They know how powerful Mount Shasta is. On that note, I have been live for 44 minutes. So I'm going to thank all of you for coming today And if you would like to work with me, all my information is below. Email is the best. Thank you for following me on TikTok. I'm back on TikTok, and for being here today. I really appreciate you all, and sending you love and aloha. Lots of offers on right now, including becoming a dragon whisperer and working with the dragons. And there's also an opportunity to join the mentorship program as well. So if you have any questions, email me. Sending love and aloha, everyone. And I will be back soon. Thanks for being here, everyone. It was super fun. Love and aloha to all of you. Take care.